Now, did you really expect me to read all the Diary of Wimpy Kid books again, just to rank them for a video? Well, yes, so I hope you enjoy it. Hi guys, today I'm going to be ranking all of the Diary of Wimpy Kid books from the original Diary of Wimpy Kid book all the way to Diaper Overload. So, let's get started. For the first book, the Diary of Wimpy Kid book, I mean, it started the whole series, and also, like, honestly, it's a pretty good book. So, I'm gonna put it in awesome. And then the next book, Raw Trickles. I'd say it was a average book. I mean, I really liked it, but it was a pretty standard, like, Diary of Wimpy Kid book. Now, The Last Straw. In my opinion, this was a really good book. And I really liked it. So, I think it was, and in this, Greg builds his relationship with his father. So, I'm going to put it in good. Now, The Ugly Truth. This was a pretty good book, and I really liked it. So, it was a pretty good book. So, yeah, I'm going to put it kind of average, because I liked it, but I didn't like it that much. And then Dog Days. Now, this is a pretty good book in my opinion. It's Greg over the summer, and there's some pretty funny stuff in it. So, I'm going to put this in good. Now, Cabin Fever. I'd say this was like one of my favorite books. Cabin Fever was a really good book in my opinion. Put this in awesome. Woo! Now, The Third Wheel. This was the first book I ever read in the Diary of Wimpy Kid series, and I really liked it. Now, I mean, I'm a little bit biased of it, so I'm gonna put it in good. Oh, 1 second, be right back. Okay guys, we're back, and like I was saying, The Third Wheel was the first book I ever read. I really liked it, and it's pretty funny too. So I'm a little bit biased, so I'm gonna put it in good, because it was honestly a pretty good book. Now, Hard Luck. This book, I really liked it a lot, with a lot of cool parts, and a few funny parts. But, in my opinion, it was kind of average. There was nothing too bad, or nothing too good. So, I'm going to put it in average. Now, The Long Haul. So, I like this book. This was the first book where they, like, kind of went on, like, a road trip. So, it was pretty good. And there were a lot of funny parts. And especially when they get the pig, that was pretty funny. So, I'm going to put this one in average. Now, Old School. I really like this book because there are a lot of funny parts, and Greg goes, like, camping. So this is a really good book. And also the Scylla Scratch part. It's a good book, I say. I don't know about awesome, but I definitely put it in good. Now, Double Down. I mean, this was a pretty good book. I really liked it. But there wasn't anything too interesting in it, or anything too cool. So, just gonna put it in average. Now, The Getaway. I do really like The Getaway, but I feel like it's kind of just a ripoff of The Long Haul. It's a good book, but I think it's kind of just okay. Now, The Meltdown. I really like this book. Like, I like how it's, like, snowing, kind of like Cabin Fever, which I think is cool. And also, I like how, they have, like, a giant snowball war in it. That's very cool. So, in my opinion, this is one of my favorite books. I really like it. Now, Wrecking Ball. So, Wrecking Ball was pretty good. Yeah, there are some parts I liked in it more than others, but I really liked it. I mean, honestly, it's okay. Besides, like, their house breaking apart, there's nothing that interesting that happens in it. Although there are a few sad things, but I think it's okay. Now, The Deep End. It's a pretty good book, but it's just like another, like, Long Haul ripoff. I mean, I've already seen The Long Haul. We don't anymore, so it's pretty good, but I'm going to put it in our first could have done better. Now, yeah. Now, final two books. Big Shot. Big Shot, I really liked. It was a pretty good book. And I liked the sports theme. And Yeah, it's a pretty good book. Oh, I'm gonna put it in good though. Now, Diaper Overload. This is probably my favorite book. I mean, it's the last book in the series, book 17. I didn't even know it existed, but it's really cool. I like how he's with Roderick in the band. And honestly, it's a pretty cool book. The cover's pretty cool. I basically like everything about it, so put it on awesome. And here's my full tier list. So in awesome, we have the original, Cabin Fever, The Meltdown, and Diaper Overload. In good, we have The Last Straw, Dog Days, The Third Wheel, Old School, and Big Shot. In average, we have Roderick Goldus, The Ugly Truth, Hard Luck, The Long Haul, and Double Down. In okay, we have The Getaway and Wrecking Ball, and in Could Have Done Better, we have The Deep End. That's all for now. See you guys later. Bye.